You know, they can trap the body, but they can never trap the soul. I'm talking to the ones who cry in silence. God, see your tears. Stay strong. Listen. Staring at the pouring rain, rushing down the avenue, wondering how many of my homies gonna make it through the ghetto. It's a graveyard disguised as a neighborhood where doing wrong is often celebrated more than good. I see the tired mothers working until their fingers bleed, trying to buy the medicine and groceries they need, while the television screen is selling us a fantasy, blinding all the children to the horror of reality. I got a heavy heart, carrying the ghosts of my past, knowing that the beautiful things in life never last. We numb the psychological trauma with a smoking bud, watching our potential getting buried underneath the mud. I pray to God at night, asking for a little peace of mind, hoping that He hasn't left this broken world behind. But until the day He answers, I'ma keep my posture straight, standing on the front line, wrestling with my own fate.
They give us broken schools, then wonder why we turn to crime. They lock us in a cage and then expect us to do the time. But what about the trauma that we carry from the very start? The systematic violence that slowly tears the mind apart. I see the closest friends changing when the money gets involved. Watch how the tightest brotherhood can instantly dissolve. Jealousy is creeping like a shadow in the midnight mist. The same hand you shook is now turned into a heavy fist.
Paranoia eating at my spirit every single second, staring at the sky, waiting for the final reckoning. I don't trust a soul except the weapon resting in my palm, trying to find a shelter in the middle of a killer storm. They wanna see me broken, wanna see me on my knees, begging for forgiveness from my executioners, please. But I would rather die standing like a proud and solid tree than live my life in chains, hiding from my destiny. I have conversations with the ghosts of my past mistakes, wondering how much more a human spirit actually takes. I remember every face of every brother that we buried young, all the revolutionary songs that we never sung. I feel the cold wind blowing through the cracks of my soul, losing my religion, trying hard to maintain control. Is there a place in heaven for a sinner from the concrete, a place where we can finally rest our weary, bloody feet? I shed a tear in private where the world can never see my pain, camouflaging all my sorrow underneath the falling rain. They think because I'm famous that my issues disappear, but the money only multiplied the demons that I feared. I'm just a poetic outlaw stranded in a wicked land, trying to make the universe finally understand that behind the anger and the bulletproof vest I wear, there is a human heart that used to deeply, truly care.
The clock is ticking louder, I can feel the final hour close, but I ain't running from the shadow that the reaper throws. I gave my everything to give the ghetto youth a voice. I stood against the giants when they left us with no choice. So if they take my physical and lay me in a lonely grave, don't say that I'm a victim, say that I was proud and brave. Let my lyrics be the testament, the blueprint of the fight, a golden ray of hope shining through the darkest night.
Keep your head up high, don't you ever let them take your pride. The spirit of a soldier is immortal on the inside. We are the flowers growing from the cracks inside the street, refusing to be crushed by the system's heavy feet. I breathe my final breath into the warmth of the microphone, and outlaw to the end, standing completely on my own. The message is eternal, you can hear it when the bass drop. The physical can perish, but the revolution never stops.
The revolution never stops.
Rest in peace to the hopeless, hopeless.
Keep your spirit pure. Only God can judge us now.
Yeah, they want you to think it's all glitz and glamour, but the higher you climb, the colder the wind blows. Watch your circle, trust your instincts, check it. Yeah. I'm pouring liquor on the curve, all the dreams that die, watching the smoke from my cigarette drift to the sky. They love you when you're down, but they hate it when you rise. I can read the jealousy directly through their smiling eyes. I remember days when we had nothing but a hope and a plan. I'm navigating through a world that's built on sinking sand. They try to buy my silence with a couple pieces of silver, but I'm a warrior, a truth, a revolutionary giver. I see the fake love multiplying every single day. People that I used to trust are drifting but I refuse to compromise. The message in my chest, I'ma keep on fighting till they lay my body down to rest. Through the darkness and the drama, I maintain my core. A ghetto prophet stepping out into the urban war. They smile inside my face, but they whispering behind my back, plotting on my downfall, waiting for my mind to crack. Paranoia got me locked inside a fortress in my brain, camouflaging all the sorrow and the systematic pain. I sleep with one eye open, got the weapon by my side, because betrayal is a monster that a coward tries to hide. The same ones that I lifted up and gave a place to sleep are the same ones praying at the grave I find is deep. But I'm protected by the prayers of the mothers in the street and the energy of ancestors stamping with their feet. You can't assassinate a vision that was born in the mud. You can't wash away the history with temporary flood. I'm standing tall, undefeated, looking at the crown, and there ain't a single weapon that can tear my spirit down. I look at these young kids running blind into the trap, thinking that the street is glamorous because of what we rap. They don't see the bullet holes, they don't see the prison cells, they don't see the mothers crying over living hells. I'm trying to educate the youth, trying to change the roof, digging at the system till I tear it by the root. They want us uneducated, blind to the master plan, trading in our freedom for a temporary grand. But knowledge is the only weapon that can break the chain. A little bit of wisdom can eradicate the pain. So read a book, feed your mind, build a fortress in your head before they put your body where the chalk outline is spread. I'm screaming out my truth until my vocal cords breaking. Unapologetic, outlaw, fighting for the people's sake. I know the finish line is coming, I can feel it in the air, but I look into the mirror and I tell myself I don't care if my destiny is written in a sudden flash of light. Just know I gave my everything to glorify the fight. They can bury my physical, lay me in the cold ground, but my lyrics will be echoing in every single town. A voice for the voiceless, a spark in the dark night, a soldier who was never afraid to stand up for the right. So let the record spin forever, let the heavy bass drop. The physical might perish, but the message never stops. Keep your head up, stay strong, never look back. The spirit of a rebel is alive inside the track. I spit the final syllable and let the music ride, authentic to the culture with an outlaw pride. Yeah, no hooks needed, just pure, unadulterated reality to the next generation. Stay smart, stay dangerous with the truth. West side, till the casket drops. Peace.